Hey, good evening, and welcome. Welcome to Right Way Living and Transformation. I'm your host, Martha Wright. Good evening and welcome. It is such a beautiful day out here today, and I just wanted to come to you and talk to you a little bit. I put a video out today from another podcast. It's called Unlocking Greatness. I think it is, or Unlocking Greatness, and it's by a lady. She calls herself Z, and she has a wonderful podcast. A wonderful podcast, and I like to acknowledge people when they have something really good going on. I acknowledge. Where you can get a good word, a good understanding, and something that'll help you grow and help you do better in life. So that is a great podcast to go look at, Unlocking Greatness. Her name is Z, and she has some wonderful stories. She's down to earth. And she's very real with her stories, and I really admire her a lot. Yeah, this is a podcast as well, and you're probably saying how you acknowledging somebody else and not your own. But hey, I mean that's what I'm here for. Anybody else that can give you a good word as well, I'm going to acknowledge them as well. It's just not about here. It's not, but just not about me. So whatever you can get and whatever one is better for you, then you go to that one, okay? So I mean, I won't get upset because I would love for you to be and listen to this podcast. I really would. But if it's something else out there greater for you, then that's where you have to go and listen to that, whatever word it is that can help you. We're trying to get better, do better, and to live a better life, right? Live a right way. So it doesn't matter where you go, just long as it's the truth, long as it's know that it has to be from the word, you know, truthfulness from the word, not just what any and everybody say, and and if it instills and touches your heart and it helps you, then that's where you go, right? That's where you go. So she was talking about overcompensating today, and I really want y'all to go and listen to that video, overcompensating. And boy, when I listen to it, the more I listen to it, it just like, ooh, it really touched my heart a lot. It really, really, really instilled a lot of things in my heart for me to know and understand. And it got me thinking, when it was talking about overcompensating, the first thing came to my mind was people pleasing. People pleasing. A lot of us, we overcompensate with people. We try to do our best. We want our children to have the best. We want our grandchildren to have our spouses. We want to do our best with everybody. We tried, even though we made mistakes maybe in the past, and we try to overcompensate doing things for a person because of the mistakes we've made in life. Just trying to get on their good side, and here's something I have to tell you: you might not ever get on their good side. They're gonna always find some part of fault. So, like she was saying in her podcast, you begin to wear yourself out. And the reason I'm really talking about that today is so many of us, and as I speak to you, I speak to myself, so many of us are wearing ourselves out, trying, trying our best, and overcompensating ourselves, trying to please, trying to get to the to make somebody else happy, to make them feel better, walking on eggshells just to make somebody else feel better. And you're wearing yourself out. And when she talked about that today, it touched me so deeply. And I know a lot of us, not me, just myself, but a lot of us are overcompensating in life with people that we shouldn't be doing. So y'all look at that podcast. Look at it. I would love to discuss it a little bit more with everybody. If we can discuss it on this line. I mean, and think about it. Look at it. Think about yourself. Put yourself in it. Who are you overcompensating yourself with? Who are you? Some of us are not living our life to the fullest because we're trying to please. We're trying to please everybody else. We're trying to fit in. We're trying to make things better. Honey, we're trying to fix people that we cannot even fix. If a person don't want to be fixed, If a person don't want to change, it's nothing we can do. It's really nothing we can do other than just pray for them. Don't give up on them, but give them up. Give them up to God, you know. So, hey, I mean, I know this touched me, and I know when you listen to it, it's going to touch your heart, and it's going to make you think, and it's going to make you look at yourself and evaluate yourself. Who am I overcompensating myself over? And what should I do? What should I do about it? Like she said in the podcast, live your life. Live your life. It's time for us to live our lives, you know. I mean, some of us parents, we have grown children that we're still trying to raise. I mean, when I say raise children, still trying to make them better, do better, and trying to do everything we can for them. And how do they learn? How do they get to be an adult if we don't let go and cut the umbilical cord and let them live and let them get the understanding that they need and let God work in their life as He worked in ours? Something, you know, sometimes we'll pray and we'll say, God, I'm gonna let you do it. God, I give it all to you. And then what we do, we go and pick it up and we take it out of God's hands, right? It's not working fast enough. We want it done a certain way, and we don't see the outcome soon enough, so we try to take it out of God's hand, and then we wonder why it's so messed up. Overcompensating, people pleasing. Yeah, go look at that. Listen to that podcast. Listen to it. Listen, meditate on it. Think about it with yourself. Maybe some of you, hey, are not dealing with that. Maybe you have overcome and you've jumped that hurdle already. Good for you. But those of us who haven't, those of us who need to look and see and just evaluate ourselves and see where we are and what we're doing, look at that podcast and pray about it and put yourself in it, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a little bit more, okay? I love you all. Be blessed. Welcome again to Right Way Living and Transformation. Bye-bye now.